strategy by attacking the Owls. A couple of the Owls in foul trouble so far.
Gavin, the only player in double digits their last time out against Florida Gulf Coast. Gavin misses the extra, an 80% shooter. Had to be that extra 20% that time.
We see Johnson right now. She's playing more of the facilitator. She won't get someone else involved, and then she can kick up her offense. But right now, she's facilitating. But let's see how long that will last, because they're going to need her offensive production.
Stacey Jones with the elbow look, puts it down.
And there's just a lot of pick and roll, not standing still, moving consistently without looking at the ball. The Owls did, found it in the middle of the lane. The Owls for two.
And this press getting broke yet again. Jacksonville State doing a great job. Thompson with that kind of hesitation, drive, travel that we see so much.
And they caught her that time, just a little extra step. Got caught for the traveling, but right now you see JSU. Immediately after turnover, they're going full court press. They want to push this up, and they want to extend this lead if they can. Was tied up, but they want to really get some points out of this press.
As of right now, it seems both teams more than willing to play a fast-paced game.
Yeah.
That's what we've seen so far.
And you want to you ask yourself, who can sustain this the entire game? And it's like, who's going to get hit first and respond? And it's going to be important for the Owls. If they get hit, you have to respond.
An unforced turnover for Kennesaw State going toward the Gamecocks. And Terrence, kind of talking about being able to sustain that pace. When a team is starting to break and they're not able to consistently keep that pace up, what's some of the indications that they're breaking?
It's just like silly fouls, putting your hands down as we see JSU turns the ball over. But it's silly fouls, putting your hands down on defense, not sliding over when it's help side, or even giving up fast breaks. That's a great indication that you're wearing down a defensive team with high tempo.
And that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on as this game progresses. Just a few minutes into the first quarter. I think that one knocked away. Almost looked like another unforced turnover for Kennesaw State.
I think they had some home cooking that time, but I'm not the official.
Amaris Baker playing this backup point guard role with Amani Johnson not on the floor. Johnson played 30 minutes last time out against Lipscomb, so trying to give her a break. Baker converts.
It's simple sometimes. Baker that time had it at the top of the key, took what the defense gave her, which was a wide open lane on the left side of the rim.
Gamecocks looking to answer. The Owls 4 of their last 5 from the field. Enter down into the post. Too short underneath. Legister with good defense. Rodriguez. Feed down the Legister. They reward her, and she puts it in.
You love to see it. You see the big down low playing great defense, running the lane. You feed her. That time she did Legister. Just a great bump over the left-hand shoulder, finishing it for 2 for the Owls.
The convo's starting to get going in this 6-0 run. A foul on the way by Amaris Baker. And that will be our first break. Shown that she can play once again. The rust not really there.
Yeah, and the thing is, the coaching staff, give credit to the Owls coaching staff. You don't want to bring a player back shooting threes after a long stint. They're finding a fast break with easy baskets.
Another turnover. The 8th for Jacksonville State. Make that the 9th, rather. Something we certainly did not expect coming into this game. 4th in the nation in turnovers per game. That is least amount. They only turn over 11 times. Now already at the 9 mark. Under 9 here in the shot clock, and a moving screen once again on, I think, on Alexis Poole. Almost identical fouls that she had earlier in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I paid attention to her on that possession. She had one screen, then she got pushed almost to that screen, that on-ball screen, and she couldn't stop. And, you know, unfortunately, she picked up another foul. She has to sit out probably for the rest of this quarter.
Talking to Alexis Poole yesterday, 2 completely different people from what you see on this court versus who you talk to off of the court. I asked her, you know, what are the emotions that you capture maybe on the court? The one word she used, anger.
Yeah.
But a healthy kind of anger, right, Terrence?
It is. It is. You use that energy to funnel some victories, and she's done a great job with using her energy on both ends of the court to hopefully, again, today, to get a victory for the Owls.
Another turnover. Gamecocks playing terrific perimeter defense. They forced 9 for Kennesaw State. Shot fake from Griffin, the dribble. Gives it up to Johnson. The spin around, wow.
Patience, this is what she showed that time. Patience, get inside the lane. You still got the clock, 3 seconds, and she was avoiding the 3 seconds, turned and knocked that mid-range down.
And this slow start starting to become a hot second quarter for the Gamecocks. They are 5 of their last 7. Johnson breaks the drought, puts Kennesaw State up by 2.
This is what your leader's supposed to do. Respond when they need to. Johnson that time responding with that 15-footer for the Owls, pushing it back up like you said, like you mentioned, 2 points for the Owls.
They toss that one around. That's going to be a travel. I think also easily could have been an offensive foul. You saw an elbow right into the chest of Whitfield, but she took that one for the team.
She did, and Whitfield was in great position. I think it would have been an offensive foul if she was outside of the circle, but she wasn't. But either way, she gave the possession back to the Owl because of the walk.
We see the replay right there.
In that right heel, I don't know where it was, but Owls ball. 1 minute 56 seconds left in this quarter. You need to control the ball. You need to be selective with your shots because you need to push this lead up. Maybe 6 or 8 going into half.
Under 2 minutes to play. The Owls in terrific position. If you were to look at these two teams on paper, this is not the score you probably would have predicted about to go into halftime. Johnson, open 3. Off the mark. Paul still down on the other end. While the Gamecocks push the pace. Martin 3, yes.
She's heating up, and you're going to have to now attach yourself to Martin. No one can help. At this point, we're not helping off her. You attach yourself, you don't leave her. Martin is heating up for JSU.
And shoots 32% from behind the arc. Not blazing the world on fire there, but she's hit 43, which is quite the number, especially for a 3-happy team in the Gamecocks. Johnson kept trying to get rid of it. Almost got a 3 in the key or a 5-second call there. Piccolino got to get a shot up. Free for 3. Yes.
Sometimes the best shots are the rush shots. Shot clock running down 2 seconds once you receive it. At that point, shoot with confidence. And Free did that time. Corner 3.
Martin with the crossover. No foul call down low, and the traveling. Rhodes certainly thought she got pushed from behind. The refs didn't see it that way.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, it's home cooking because there was definitely maybe a nudge in the back. But Piccolino, again, driving, shot clock running down, Free, practice shot. Square up and knock it down.
Those are the extra points that we've been talking about. Getting that shot the last second that you're not expecting to go down. And 3 points for Kennesaw State gives them a 2-point lead. And it is.
And as you spoke about, like it was expected of my response earlier about being fouled. Right now, at this point, with the lead changes, I'm expecting it. This is a high-tempo game. Neither team wants to give in, and it's going to be this way. I can see it being maybe 12, 13 lead changes.
I don't want to continue to bring it up, but some anomalies statistically. 16 fouls for Kennesaw State. They have 17 on average per game this year. It's been a scrappy game, and the whistles are rampant here tonight.
They are, and you see Kennesaw State just getting to the teeth of the defense again. Couldn't make the 3, but Jacksonville State, they're pushing it right now.
Once again, I think they need to adjust the clock. Thompson's not happy with that. I think they thought they might have had a shot with Martin on that 3-point line right there.
And I'm in agreement with them because they had that transition. They had the advantage on that fast break to get the call and the ball stopped. As a head coach, I would be a little frustrated as well.
Especially with Amari Martin. you get a good look for her, and hey, okay, I'm a little upset. Maybe if a guy like me out there had that chance, no one's really that mad.
I believe in you, Jordan. Okay, I think you would have knocked it down, but Martin, if you could start getting her involved a little bit more too, and have that combo of Thompson and Martin.
And here's Martin. It takes the deep contested 3. I would think that one just scraped the iron. The crowd doesn't think so.
No, definitely think it's an air ball, but again, going to the full court press for JSU, and they're not really looking to double, just a soft press.
I'm not sure if that was intentional or unintentional, but that pass was perfect. Right over the shoulder, bounced right into the basket. 1-point lead for Jacksonville State. 8 lead changes. Whitfield tries to make it 9. He's going to get a chance to. I got ahead of myself there at the free throw line. At the free throw line tonight for Kennesaw State, 3 of 9. Whitfield Going to have to. Amari Martin getting that 9th point from Hazel Green, Alabama. And you can always guarantee, you get a community college player, they're going to be gritty. Wallace State Community College transfer.
I know all about that. I went to Southern Union State. We used to have some battles with Wallace State. A great culture there. They always have great teams and produce great players.
And Amari Martin certainly being one of those. Again, now being the first player to get into double digits so far today in the fast break for Kennesaw State. And they slow it down, Ashley Free.
And Ashley Free didn't feel comfortable with the numbers she's had. She pulled it out, going to run through the sets. Whitfield on the wing with the ball, but you did exactly what you need to. Get it down low to Legister.
A jump on a Legister. She kind of throws it up off her back foot. No good. And there's no field goals for the Owls in the last 3 minutes.
And that was just anticipation. She was anticipating getting fouled, so she threw it up, didn't get the call, but she was just really anticipating. She felt the contact, tried to draw the foul.
Martin with the kick out. Jab step from Shaw. 7 seconds left. Williams puts it up. Short, falling out of bounds. Kennesaw State takes.
JSU again on the offensive rebound. Almost comes up with it, crashing the board.
Mai Johnson threw that one up. It got tipped, she believes, regardless going to Jacksonville State.
42-41, and why neither team have really been able to push this lead. The largest lead we saw was a 6-0 run. And that's like, you know, every single time that one team seemed like they're about to take control, the other team responds and they go on their own personal run.
This is not necessarily the score you would have pegged if I told you the shooting percentages. 58 for Kennesaw State, 46 for Jacksonville State. You'd say there's probably a lot more points put up on the board, but then you go into the turnovers, the personal fouls, and the free throws. Martin with a deep three, buries it.
Hey, she came up short. The crowd was yelling air ball earlier. You know what she does? She steps back 5 more steps, and she drains it that time. Huge three.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned by that one. I'll be honest. That was almost a logo three, and that's not a big logo. That is not. That's not like the Atlanta Hawks logo, where you can shoot it about 5 feet back and it's almost a logo three. That was very impressive from Amari Martin.
That's Dame time. That's Steph range right there.
Whitfield answers back, taking the lead again.
Anything you can